Out here in Serpentine at Gary Hall Senior's property, and he's the trainer of the year for the season 2013-2014. Gary, you've trained over 200 winners, the first person in WA to do so. Must be a major thrill with such great horses out here. Are you looking to try and increase that?
Yeah, I'm always trying to increase it, Matt. There's no slowing down here. We have to keep going because we put a lot of money out here and developing the property, and I want to leave the boys something to carry on with, and I've sort of forced them into the industry and they can't do anything else, I suppose. So we have to keep going the way we are, and we've got no intentions of slowing down.
Last season did you have a goal set in mind for the 200 plus winners for the season, or was it just something that sort of picked up with the more talent that you added to the stable?
Yeah, no, I don't think we go out there with a goal to sort of win that, but we sort of go out every year to try and improve on our previous year. And we're always looking to improve, and we've for the last 4 or 5 years we've won over $3 million in stake money, which on an Australian level that's probably as high as anybody. And this year we were, I think, $300,000 more than McCarthy's, who ran second to us on the stake money level. So I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of the boys, all the work they've done, and the staff we've got here is great, and they're to be commended on the work they're doing.
I've just seen on the board in there that the goals for this season upcoming, a few of them are reachable. You're trying to go for 300 city winners, or 300 winners overall, and Gary Hall Jr. to not get suspended for a season. How do you think that'll stand up?
Yeah, well, I think they're both. If they were short priced for me to win 300 and Gaz to not get suspended, I'd be laying them for sure. I don't think either of us will accomplish that, but we've got to set ourselves goals, and we've got to do our best.
Are you looking to expand? You've got an absolute ton of horses out here. Looking to add a few more to the stock?
Yeah, as I said, we're always looking for new horses, but we like to take them off the bottom end and bring them in at the top end. And a lot of my owners have stopped buying at the moment, so we're looking at other avenues, and we have got irons in the fire to try and buy a top quality horse for the Inter Dominions for the next 3 years from America, and later on as a stud horse. So we've got people, scouts out doing that for us at the moment, and that's the sort of commitment that we've got in this industry, and we're only interested in the betterment of the industry, and we want to see great horses racing here, and I'd like to see the quality actually improve at Gloucester Park in the near future.
Speaking of quality, you've got some quality performers heading towards the Golden Nugget. Mac 2 is probably the one leading the charge. How's he coming along?
Yeah, well, he's my favourite, Matt, so I like Mac too. I just like his attitude, and he's a very strong stayer. He's got high speed and no nonsense sort of horse. And Elegant Christian's a very good horse, but he's probably a little bit ignorant, and not a great steering horse. And I think as far as a complete racehorse, Mac 2's a better one. But they've both got good ability, and I've got others that are shaping up to almost as as good as them, and obviously some of the ones I've got could beat those horses given the right runs. Horses like VC Maneuver and Soho Lennon, Crusader Banner, and there's a couple others there that are very nice 4-year-olds.
The main two that you speak of, Mac 2 and Elegant Christian, their next runs probably be likely in a Nugget Prelude?
No, I don't think so, Matt. I think we're going to put the ones that are maybe doubtful of getting starts in the Nugget in the Nugget Prelude, and we'll go somewhere else with the others, and because they look like they're sort of shoe-ins to get into the Nugget anyway, with their form and the way they're going. So I think possibly we'll try some of the lesser ones like that maybe are doubtful of getting a start, and give them Nugget Prelude chances.
Speaking of some top-line horses, we can't have an interview without mentioning Quintin. He's an absolute superstar. How's he coming along? You said on Sunday that this might be, his big chance to be his last season. He could be retiring. How's he coming along for potentially his last season?
Yeah, well, I wish I could tell you, man, how he's going, because we've had problems with him, and it's been diagnosed as feet problems, and he's got degenerative problems because he's so old, and he's so the way he races and all that, and his coffin bone's not in the position that it should be on all fours. So, but that's a regular thing with aged horses, and we won't race him sore. We've never done that, and we don't want him going around if he's in any sort of pain at all. So at the moment he's jogging great, he looks great, and I'm real happy with him. I've been the happiest I have been for a month with him, especially the last couple of days. So we just got our fingers crossed that he can stand up to another preparation obviously we'd love to break Blacks or Fakes stake earnings record, and just for another CV for him, and maybe cement him in the annals of history as one of the best of all time, which I probably think he already has done that.
Yeah, 100% correct. His speed is definitely something we've never seen. You spoke about your property out here, just driving in and having a look at all the work that's been done. The place is looking fantastic. It's got horses everywhere, but it's really green, and all the fencing and paddocks are just brilliant. Everything's perfect. You must be thrilled with how everything's coming along.
Yeah, Matt. It was a big worry for me to do it, and I was doing so well at Hazelmere that I needed to change. I needed to move from there. The place was too small for us out there, but I sort of delayed moving for about 10 years because I was frightened of failure. You know what I mean? So when we came out here, I took a big bite, really, more than I could chew, really. And when I got here, I thought, if this doesn't work, I'm in big trouble, and it's actually working quite well and going well at the moment. And that's, the boys have definitely stepped up to the mark, and we've got a great staff out here, and it's going to get better as far as I can see, and there's no slowing down, and we've got some really nice horses, we've got some nice young horses, and we've got some very, very good owners that are part of it, and they're all happy because they're all doing well.
Speaking of your staff, just watching them work just before, it's like a well-oiled machine. Everyone has their job to do and their part to play, and everyone just seems happy to be out here doing it.
Yeah, everyone's happy, there's, every now and then we get a little bit of consternation, but that's to be expected from a property as big as this. But yeah, we do run to a system, and we've got a real good system going, and we're really happy with the way things are going.
The upcoming summer carnival, Quinny is obviously a leading chance as long as everything goes okay with him. Have you got anything to back him up if things don't go okay?
Yeah, well, like the good horses that we've got, run into problems because of the racing that they do, and Living on the Interest has fractured the knee, so there's no hope of him running in that in the Pacing Cup. Toretto's, he was heading in the right direction, everything was going good with him, and he got an abscess in his eye. He got, I don't know whether he stuck it on a twig or something in the paddock, but he's been at the vets for a week, so he's on the back burner. But he's a horse that could measure up given the right barrier draws and that, Toretto. And we haven't got that. We've got horses like Hard Copy and Northview Punter, our Arlington. They're probably second string free for allers, and they've always got a chance if they can get the right run. But to say I've got anything other than Quinny for the Pacing Cup at this stage, I'd say that's not likely, except I'm hoping that maybe Mac 2 or one of the 4-year-olds step up and can run in that class, because Falcon Strike won the Pacing Cup as a 4-year-old from Barrier 9, and I think Mac 2's right up there with that class of horse anyway.
He's really taken that next step, Mac 2. Lastly, we'll just speak about the Inter-Dominions, which is coming back to Perth next year. Mac 2 would be one of your favourites heading towards, with Quinny's likely retirement and not going around in the Inter-Dominion. It'd be a pretty big ask for him again. But Mac 2, it'd be a pretty exciting proposition if he takes that next step with another spell under his belt to head for the Inters. Yeah,
that's the main aim with him. We'll look after him up until there, and if he doesn't make it, I don't think I've got a horse that will, because he's got that sort of ability, and it's great for harness racing in this Inter-Dominions. It's going to bring lots of nice, good horses here. People buying them and bringing them here, and people coming over for it. And it's going to be great for WA harness racing, at least for the next 3 years. I think it's a great initiative, and I think RAWA and WATA should be commended for their initiatives in doing it. And it's exciting news for anyone that's in harness racing. And at the moment, as I said before, we've got owners looking at a horse in America to bring over here with those races in mind, and not that that's worked in the Eastern Seaboard other than Mr. Feelgood, but we want to have a go at it anyway. So it'll be an interesting exercise.
Well, best of luck over the upcoming season. We thank you for your time, and hopefully some winners on Friday night.
No worries, man. Thank you.